Hello my friends, it's Buck Weezer. This is Buck's Small Engine DIY on YouTube. I'm looking here at a John Deere D105. The owner of this tractor called me and said he was mowing and it just shut down on him. And that's never what you want to hear. I'd rather have a customer say to me, I can't get my tractor started, than to say it was started and then died out on me, because that can only be bad news. So let's see if we can figure anything out on this tractor. All right, it's got the Briggs and Stratton 17.5 horsepower. It's super dirty, super oily. Oil just everywhere, it's just covered. That's never a good sign. Let's see. Oh boy. I can't turn that, not at all. That feels locked up. Dipstick. Uh-oh. It's got no oil. There's barely a little bit on the tip of the dipstick. You see that? It's supposed to be all the way. It's supposed to be 1.5 inches higher than that. I think we've come to a sad and sorry conclusion that this engine seized from lack of oil. And I don't think there's going to be any resolution except to replace this engine. That's not going to be good news. Looking at the date code here, it's from 2015. It's 10 years old. Think he's going to want to buy a new tractor or replace this engine? I don't know. But this engine's toast. Sorry to say. Well, I decided before calling it quits on this engine to go down underneath, see if I could use the ratchet and the socket and turn the engine at the PTO pulley at the bottom. And I was able to kind of break it loose and turn it a revolution or two, and it freed up. I didn't feel any broken parts down there or anything. So I've removed the spark plug and I put a charger on the battery because it was quite depleted, and I just want to turn the key and see if it will crank. I mean, the spark plug's out, so no compression. Just see if the starter will turn it. That's pretty good. All right, so that gives me hope, and you can hear that sucking through the intake. So this might actually live again. But I will be changing that oil and adding some clean oil before we try to actually fire it up. But this guy may possibly have dodged a bullet. All right, we're draining out what remains of the oil. I have the tractor slightly elevated on this side so it'll run over towards the drain. And look at all that's coming out. Not much at all. This thing was desperately low on oil. That's why it seized up and stopped. I want to see if we're going to be able to resurrect this guy. Also, you hear the ducks quacking in the background. All right, so we changed the oil, clean oil, new oil filter. I then cranked the engine to circulate the oil a bit with the spark plug removed, just to get the oil circulated in there. I then added a new spark plug, a Champion RC12YC, and I think now we're going to just see if maybe it wants to start for us. See if we'll get lucky. All the way up for choke. And here we go. it sounds okay. It's running. Did we dodge a bullet? Will it stay running? Will it continue to run long term? Or we just living on borrowed time? I don't know, but I'm surprised we got this far. Opening up the dipstick tube, I see smoke coming out of there. That often is a sign of a blown head gasket, but that could be an issue. Just not sure how much to do to this machine, or if it's even worth messing with. And thus we come to an end of our time with the John Deere D105 and the oil-starved Briggs and Stratton engine. I told the owner of this tractor the only repair that I would stand behind is a complete engine replacement. I gave him a price for that, but he has opted to pass on that opportunity. You know, by the time you've paid money to do that, you're well on your way towards buying a new tractor, this one being about 10 years old. Well, what's the lesson here? Check and change your oil, folks. Do some basic maintenance. It's always a really good idea. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.